Hey guys, it's Miss Allen. I thought today we could do something a little bit different than what you're used to from me. We're going to do some origami. Origami is the Japanese form, art of paper folding, so it'll be pretty simple with our supply list today. But let me show you what we're going to be making. We're going to be making a butterfly. So you can see it's 3D kind of folded, and I'll give you an option of making these points a little bit more rounded, and if you want it to be a little bit more rounded. I don't have origami paper here at home, but I do have regular white paper, and so all you're going to need to make this bad boy is a square piece of paper, and you can see this is not a very big piece of paper. If I pulled out my ruler, my guess is going to be maybe 3 or 4 inches by 3 or 4 inches. But all you need is a nice square piece of paper. If you have origami paper, feel free to use it, but I'm going to show you how this is done. So I also wanted to show you that you could decorate your own paper, and that would also make this a little easier. This is decorated with marker. You can use any other material, and I left one side white, and that way I can see a front and a back. And you can also do what I did on this one, which is I kind of painted it. I'm not sure what's going on with this corner. That just kind of happened when I was doing this. But I did the tissue paper transfer. I've done it in another video. But it kind of looks like watercolor. If you do something like this, you might not get white on the back. I got lucky and got some white. But you'll notice it is a little bit different. But you can make both of these into butterflies as well, and you'll be able to see a prettier butterfly at the end. So this is how we're going to start. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a diagonal fold, one that comes corner to corner. So I'm going to pick up my first corner, and I'm going to move it across to the other side, so I make a triangle, and I'm going to get that nice and crisp. When you open it up, you can tell you did it right if you have that nice little line going down through the middle. Now, once I have that line, I'm going to do the same thing the opposite way. So this might be a little tricky with this crease, but you're going to take this corner and bring it down to this corner to make it touch. So I'm just making an X on my paper right now. And you'll know you did it right if when you open this crease, you have an X. And I'm not sure how well you can see that with my paper, but there is 2 lines for my creases, one going this way and one going that way. Now, I'm going to flip that over. So it's kind of making a pyramid right here. It has a point, and if I hold it like that, you're also going to fold the opposite way, but not diagonally. You're going to fold like a card now. So that means these corners are going to touch these corners. So I'm going to flip it down, make this fold. Now when I open it, I have my X and now a line that goes across the middle. You're also going to fold these corners to touch these corners. So across like a book or a card. So now, if I'm holding it up, the way you can tell you've done this right is you should have an X, a line that goes across, and a line that comes up, kind of like a cross or a plus sign. Now, I can do the hardest fold probably. And I'm going to try to hold this so you can see it. But I've got that pyramid back in my paper. I've kind of messed with it until these diagonal lines that make my X are pointing up. I'm going to very carefully start pulling my sides in. And so the sides are pulled in so they touch. And now I can flatten these 2 spaces down to make another triangle. Now, you know you did this right is if you look from the side. Whoop, excuse me, I dropped it. If you look from the side, you should be able to see a triangle on both sides and they should be flattened. I'm not sure how well that's registering on here or how well I'm talking about it, but you should make a smaller triangle, one that has nice two even sides and a flat bottom. This is an edge. This part is the part that's open. So open. And this was the very middle of my paper. But we'll go ahead and continue with our butterfly. I'm going to flip it so it's nice and upside down, pointing down. And I'm going to take the first, you can see there's two here, 1 and 2. I'm going to take the first wing and I'm going to make a fold that just kind of bookmarks that. It's going to come down, and notice it did not connect down here at the bottom. It's not even. I didn't want mine to be even. I want it to be a little bit off. And I'm going to do that with this one over here as well, the one that's in front. You'll make the same fold. It comes down. And it'll look like that if you get all the way folded there. Now you can already kind of see our butterfly, I hope. But once you get that fold, you're going to go to the back. There is a triangle down here still at the back. You're going to pull that up, and I'm going to turn it sideways so you can see. You're going to pull that up to where the triangle is peeking above the back. So if I look back at those two folds I've already made, I have the triangle up here, and then my bottoms of the wings that I've folded already are pointing down. And if I turn it sideways, you can see I didn't really fold this down. I left this kind of as a loop, a circle. That's going to help us with the shape later. But up here at that triangle, I'm going to fold it down in front of my butterfly now. And I'm going to make sure I crease that nicely. The better you crease that, the better it'll stay for your butterfly. Oops, see, mine didn't want to stay because I didn't have it creased enough. But I'm going to crease it. Once you have it creased, the last fold of our butterfly is going to come together. So I'm going to pull these wings in to touch, and when I do that, I'm going to really pinch that middle part to crease it. And when it opens back up, it should be a nice butterfly. Now you can leave it like this with the wings pointed, or if you want to, you can fold the top corners of your wings back to make your butterfly wings a little bit more rounded and soft. You don't have to do that step, but some people like their butterfly looking a little friendlier, a little bit more rounded. So this was the rounded butterfly, and this was the butterfly I made the first time with the pointed tops, just so you can see a comparison of what this looks like. And we're done. I have so many butterflies, I can't even hold them all to show you. But the colored ones came out really cool. Make sure that if you are using a colored piece of paper or an origami piece of paper, the colored side of the paper, or the decorated side, is down when you do your triangle folds. So when you do your fold diagonal to make your X, the first two folds we make, put the color down. That way, when you fold it at the end, you'll have the color showing in your butterfly. I hope you guys had fun. I know this was a little different, and I don't have a great camera to show you every fold, but I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. Bye.